So, mention I have not uploaded last episode yet. I need to do that. We're just doing a week after thing,
Mhm.
like all the
Yeah.
professionals do.
Mhm.
Mention I have not
That's
uploaded last
I actually
episode yet.
uploaded
I need to do
the
that. We're
last week's
just doing a
episode,
week after. Oh, did you?
so we're good. Yeah, we're
Like all
good.
the
Yeah,
professionals.
we are technically all caught up.
Huh, I didn't know you had the files.
Yeah, well, I just downloaded the Twitch VOD. That's all.
Oh, right. I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was the VOD. The
Yeah.
VOD existed. I forgot you can, just download random people's VODs. It seems really funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, YouTube's so against that. Like, you can't download someone else's VOD, and Twitch is just like, yeah, you want to steal this person's live stream? Go for it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fucking have fun. Yo.
Yeah. It's the Wild West here on Twitch.
Yeah, basically. So, welcome everyone to our Monday episode. Where
Yeah.
switching things up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't cause too many issues for people. Probably we're gonna have more people. Let's be honest.
Okay.
No one's up early enough for us.
Yeah. True.
But so yeah, another week, more anime.
Mm-hmm. Let's just get right into it, I guess.
Yeah. Do we want to start with news, or do we want to start with what anime we've been watching that's not our stuff?
How about we start with news?
All right. We
Draw
normally
first.
do. It's just we've got a lot of
Yeah.
news.
Yeah, we do.
Wasn't sure if we wanted to space out a bit. So
Mm-hmm.
first up.
Yeah, first up, there was a pretty interesting story went up on Crunchyroll about some anime producers talking about the impact of financial stuff from streaming internationally. Because, I mean, it's a pretty long article and it's worth reading. It's got some interesting quotes in it, but basically they're saying like the money they get from streaming pretty much goes directly to the company that made the anime instead of like in Japan, the money they get
A
from
lot of it goes to the
going on
production
TV.
committee first, or to
Yeah.
TV. So I've heard a bit about this, and from what it sounds like, putting an anime on TV is always going to be a net loss. You will never make money from having put your show on TV. You will always lose it, and that's why they put so much money towards merchandise, is because that's how they make their revenue back. That's also one of the reasons apparently everyone's paid so poorly. So with streaming and all these big Western services picking up like Netflix, there's a good chance animators might actually be able to work and not kill themselves or not starve. So, I mean, obviously it's a good thing. Like, honestly, what Netflix is doing and the money they're putting into anime is a great thing. It's just really insulting how they don't understand or value the Western audience properly, or understand
Yeah.
that they could help these shows and themselves so much better by just allowing
Yeah.
streaming here. Because, if they're making revenue off of people streaming or paying for their servers, they'll get more if they have it live streamed. People are gonna pay more to get to watch the anime as it comes out legally, if they can, instead of watching it months later.
Yeah.
That's its only problem. If not for that, Netflix would be like my go-to anime service. Well, besides Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, I don't think anyone's gonna beat, just in terms of how much they have. I think the really interesting thing to me about this article, though, is that of the top 4, people putting money into, from the West, Apple
Yeah.
Studios was on there,
Yeah. I thought that was weird.
which we haven't really heard about.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of it's probably for, their iTunes service, right? And it would make sense, because, I mean, it might not be so much for the Western. It's a Western company, but they could be putting... Because iTunes is also in Japan, right? They could
Yeah.
just be putting a ton of that money to getting, anime on their own service while in Japan, and maybe just haven't felt it... Because they do have some in... They do have it in the West, too. They have licenses with Funimation and Crunchyroll, and then we get some of those series eventually. So... I can understand where they've been putting money in, and it makes sense that we haven't really seen it, but it would be really interesting to have, oh yeah, Apple just made their first anime, completely funded by them. They call it the iAnime.
Yeah.
The Apple anime. That was a worse pun than the name of our show. Goddamn.
Yeah. That's okay. So I actually just looked up Apple Studios. I just Googled it, and what came up first was a Wikipedia page for a company called Apple Corps Limited. and
Okay.
it's like unrelated to Apple, the like technology
Oh,
company.
okay.
They yeah, and Apple
Who is this
they
then?
do they do like
Oh, it's a
multimedia music
recording
and
studio.
stuff.
They
Yeah.
might. I wonder if they're like a studio that specializes or gets a lot of the dubbing going. Maybe like they have contracts with
Hmm.
Funimation, then maybe that
Yeah.
would make some sense. Its first
Yeah.
production was the Beatles TV movie. Okay, so they're British, so maybe they do a lot of bringing it into Europe. They might
Mhm.
just be like the big European side.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, they're
I don't
founded
know.
in London. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. The uh one really interesting thing I found in the article is that Joseph Cho, the producer from Toei,
Hmm.
he's quoted as saying that nearly all the studios are fully booked until 2020.
Oh yeah, I heard that
That's
too
crazy.
today. Yeah, it's like, but it's great too because
Hmm.
it means they're gonna have a stable income.
Yeah, that's super great.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it's pretty good news, I think, overall.
And I wonder if that's part of why so many new studios are opening is everything's booked. People want to make different stuff. They need a
Hmm.
new studio, and it's giving all these new studios chances to kind of form. Because you look at one like Kinema Citrus that did Scorching Ping Pong Girls and Made in Abyss, they've barely made anything. Like, who would give them a shot? Well, I mean, if everyone else is booked for the next, like, two
Hmm.
years, go with a new studio. It makes a lot of sense, and, like,
Hmm.
probably helps bring a lot more jobs in. It's like anime. People still say it's not global, but it's really taking off to a point where it's like, this is what
Hmm.
everyone's going to watch. Like,
Oh yeah,
people,
totally.
it may not be the most mainstream, but it's still mainstream enough that everyone kind of knows what it is, and enough
Hmm.
people watch it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
So, yeah,
so
that's
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
I got some news for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Princess Resurrection is getting a new manga series,
Ooh.
and I am so excited for this. Oh, oh my god, don't autoplay video. So, Princess Resurrection or Kaibutsu Ojo.
Hmm.
I think I've talked about it before. It had an anime back in 2007. It also has an OVA and some stuff, but it's a manga that started in 2005. I remember reading it back then
Hmm.
when it only had a few chapters out. It's 20 volumes, and it finished in 2013. And then they
Yeah.
had like the spin-off Naquaden, which was about the Spider God, which I still need to read, which sounds really good.
Hmm.
The creator Mitsunaga Yasunori had been working on another project for a while. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm like looking for it. I think it was Avarth. I think this was the one. Yeah. And Avarth finished this September. And I guess a lot of old shows are getting like the go, and old mangas are getting the go ahead to come back. Like Negima basically just murdered UQ Holder to come back, so I think that might be what's happening again. And I actually think it's good that they took a break because Princess Resurrection it's really corny. It plays a lot off of like old horror tropes, like Western and
Hmm.
Japanese horror tropes. And because we've had a few years, there's a lot more horror tropes out now. So,
Yeah.
like, they did stuff like had Pyramid Head, except it was like a traffic cone and stuff, and they had
Oh
like,
right, I've seen that.
I
Yeah.
think they had one guy that was like supposed to be Freddy and stuff, and or
Hmm.
not Freddy, but Jason. But they had like the Nightmare World like that, and they had like body snatchers and aliens, all kinds of fun
Hmm.
stuff. It's just a really silly, over the top thing. I'm really
Hmm.
curious with how they ended it, how they would start a new manga, and I'm really excited because
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of really dumb fun. So I'm so excited that there's gonna be more of it. I
Hmm.
literally have a figure of the main girl. I totally just forgot her name on my desk right beside me. She's missing her scissors though because uh I got it in a trade for my Ruby DVDs because I got them on the Blu-ray Steelbook. So
Oh,
yeah, there was a trade thing, and I'm like, I don't fucking
cool.
want this statue anymore, but I don't know where the fucking scissors are. They messaged me saying they found them, but then never messaged me again. It was like, hey, yeah, we totally cool. Send them my way. uh, anyways, yeah. So I was super excited to hear that. I'm super excited for more Princess Resurrection. So
Cool.
I'm also really hoping it means it gets a new anime, like a Brotherhood style one, because the first anime was kind of bad, and then the second OVA was kind of. I think they might have had the same directive as High School of the Dead, because that's how they went with that one. They even went with the zombie arc in it. But, yeah, so, anyways. That's exciting. And then more exciting news, Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, he's announced his the title and release window for his, what he's saying is going to be his final film.
I mean, he's like, what, 80-something now? It probably will be.
Yeah,
as awful as
something
it is
like
to
that.
say. I think it's supposed to come out in like 3 years.
I think so. I forget. But yeah. It's saying that it's going to be called Kimitachi wa do Ikiru ka, or How Do You Live, which is based on a, or the name at least is taken from a book. It was written in 1937 by Genzaburo Yoshino.
Lots of stuff is very, very loosely based on other series.
Yeah, and you're saying that like it's very much inspired by that book, the general premise of the movie.
I think he was saying he wanted to leave this last one as like a tribute to his grandson or something.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
And also, is this the one that's going to be fully CG?
I don't know.
Because he was saying he wanted to do one that was fully CGI. I know he did a short, but I don't know if this whole movie's going to be. It'd be interesting. I'm curious how that would go. Honestly, it'd probably be a lot like Ni no Kuni, because that game is like the closest 3D aesthetic I can think of that would match a Ghibli film.
Totally. So yeah, there's a lot in this article and like not much actual information yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, just gonna have to keep eyes out for that. I'm sure
3 to 4 years from now. Yeah. How old is he? I'm
he's
searching
up there.
it up.
Yeah.
1965, so like 57? Oh no, he's 76, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, math?
Yeah, he's 76. He was born in 1941.
Oh no, that's his spouse he married in 1965. Okay, I didn't actually read it. I just saw the year first. I'm like, that's his birth year? No, 1941, yeah.
Yeah, 41.
Oh, he's been married for like 50 years. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, he says it's his last film. It's expected to come out around when he's 80. If he decides to make another one, then we'll see.
Yeah. Apparently, the CG short he did was supposed to be his final thing.
Yeah, he keeps saying that because he also said the other thing. This will be my final movie, and then he came back. He's like, I want to do something in CG. CG seems cool. I'm hip with the kids.
Yeah. So we'll have to see if this actually ends up being his final thing.
Yeah. He's probably
just like 5 years.
Like tons of ideas that they're gonna find after and do like the Michael Jackson thing where they just release stuff for years after.
Yeah.
Another thing which I found and looks cool. I mean, I didn't really find. Okay, I saw this on fan servers, Rooster Teeth's podcast. We can't talk about the enemy. I mean, they totally don't know who we are or would care about competing with our tiny podcasts, but we're not ripping them off, I swear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's Yasuhiro Ire is making an animation film called Halloween Pyjama. It's, I believe, a 15-minute short episode, based on the manga he has written, which he basically wrote while working on other series. I really want to read this manga. Yasuhiro Ire is best known for his work on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He did a ton of the animation for that. He also did Alien 9. He worked on that series. He worked on Scorching Ping Pong Girls. I knew there were some scenes that looked really badass, and there's some that are really bad. So I'm hoping he's the badass. But he
Hmm.
also, from what I understand, storyboarded, directed, and animated the entirety of the first Soul Eater OP, which
Oh.
this entire short just looks like that opening's aesthetic. It's
Hmm.
like everything that is great about the beginning of Soul Eater and all the like Halloween stuff, just up to 11.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
character designs are cute, so.
Mhm. I really like the art style of this. The pictures they have up so far looks really cool.
Yeah, they have some like short animation stuff that's
Hmm.
like not not what the final thing's gonna be. It's just like I guess he did like one cut by himself, and
Hmm.
it looks fun. I wanna
Yeah.
It's like some storyboard stuff and rough edits, and oh,
Hmm.
I really want to see this. It looks like it'd be really cool. Halloween
Yeah.
pajama. Oh, you can actually buy the English version.
Oh,
Or
cool.
can you just read this for free? You can just read it for free. They have it for free
Oh.
here for you to read.
Oh,
All
nice.
38 pages. Is this just the first episode? Is this just what the one? This might just be like the part that's like the one chapter that it's
Yeah.
based off of. That this short will be based off of, which is pretty cool.
Hmm. That is.
Alright, so
That's
it's
a
gonna
really
be a
good
10
idea.
minute short with like a 2 minute opening and ending, but knowing how badass the
Hmm.
Soul Eater stuff is, the opening and ending are gonna be badass and worth it.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, they're looking to have it all done by 2019, January 1st, 2019.
Hmm.
So like on the new year. So it's only like a year and a couple months if it gets funded. And how much are they asking for?
It's for like 176,000
20,
USD.
20 million yen. Which,
Hmm.
yeah, it's like 120s. It's not bad for USD. Um,
Yeah.
I backed it. I
Hmm.
backed 500 yen, which is like $5. And you get an
Yeah.
illustration with a thank you message, and you get to, they send you the link to watch it streamed, finished.
Oh,
Basically,
cool.
it's like you get to watch it when it's done. If you spend less, you can't. They have other tiers too that come with like some of the manga and stuff, and a bunch
Hmm.
of different stuff. But it's way too expensive for my blood. As much as I want to see this succeed, I can't pay 30,000 yen for a private screening.
Yeah. That's a bit much.
Go to a celebration party.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
but yeah, it looks
that's
cool.
cool.
So
Yeah.
it's cool seeing different stuff being backed on Kickstarter. I really hope this one goes through because I know there's a few others that have, but
Hmm.
they haven't done so well after is the scary thing. There's only
Yeah.
217 backers, but they're already at 3 million yen. So almost 4
Yeah.
million. Almost a quarter of the way already. And there's
Hmm.
35 days to go. So hopefully gonna
Yeah. Hopefully they get it.
yeah, I'm just gonna use this thing's tweet,
Hmm.
share it some more.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I want to see it. It would look cool.
Yeah, that does look cool. Really hope they get that funded.
Yeah, it looks just wacky as fuck.
Hmm.
I love it. Anyways,
All right. Next story or next news.
onto some more mainstream.
Hmm.
Attack
It's
on
real.
Titan.
Yeah. I've been keeping up with that, and so Attack on Titan season 3 is going to premiere in next July,
I
and there's going to
kind
be
of
a compilation film in January.
I
Yeah.
kind of felt like this was gonna happen because they only did 12 episodes last season instead of 24, right?
Mm.
And it's
Yeah.
like it felt like it was weird. Like it didn't feel like that's where the season was supposed to end. I feel like they planned to do after waiting all that time.
Hmm.
They're gonna do a full 24 season, but they waited too long and so many people lost interest and there's so many complaints that they're like we have to get something out now. So they just wrote the first half that was finished and then we're like we have to finish the second half and get out as soon as possible, and that's why it's here. Otherwise, we would have had to wait till July to even get last season.
Hmm. That's probably right. Like they they eventually got to the point where like, oh, we need to put something out there just to keep it in
Yeah,
their minds.
because it felt like that wasn't supposed to be the main part of that season's arc, and if it was meant to be a 24 episode season, this would probably make sense if we see it in like this half. There's like major parts or something.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of all for that. And I don't know, Attack on Titan. It's a thing.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Titans are attacked.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll show up in Haibane Renmei. If Haibane Renmei came out after Attack on Titan, there'd have been so many jokes and so many references, and like, they'd put in some reference somewhere.
Yeah.
But speaking of season 3s,
Yeah.
supposedly this is supposed to be saying there's going to be a third season of Free.
Yeah.
It's all Japanese, so it's hard to see. It's like...
I saw some account tweeted out a news story about this.
Yeah.
I thought about putting it on. So
I only have the picture of the thing. Yeah. It was a Kitsu user I saw posting and saying that's what this said. Is that there's Free Season 3 announced. I don't know where this was announced or what. Let me see if I can find it on Kitsu again. Yeah, okay, so there's an actual article now, too. Confirmed to premiere in summer of 2018. So it's coming this year. It's coming soon. There's more Free.
Yeah, cool.
Splash Free. And there's also a movie, I believe. Prior to its TV premiere, 2 special screenings. For its episode 0 confirmed to be held. Which I guess it's them as a kid or whatever. I'm not sure. But yeah, so if you like some gay swimming anime and hot dudes swimming, you're gonna get more of it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch past season 1.
I haven't watched it at all. I've thought about it, but
it's okay.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's one I'd rather watch with friends than alone, because some of the drama is just so dumb. It's like, just talk to them. Just stop being an asshole and talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that about so many dramas, and that's why I don't watch a lot of dramas, because I'm always just like, just talk to them,
like,
you little fucker, just say something. I hate it. I hate people who just don't explain things. I was reading a manga that looked super cool in chapter 1, and then for like 7 chapters, they're just not explaining anything to this guy. They're just like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I'm like, he's not asking them to explain either. Like, if someone just fucking explained, none of this shit would have happened. Like, goddamn, he just got his eye stabbed out, his house burned down. One of the kids almost got kidnapped. 5 people are dead. Just explain this shit already. And so it looks like they're going to, but like, god damn it. I hate when you just don't explain stuff as a reason to create more drama. It's lazy.
Yeah.
It's so lazy. And that's how I felt with Free.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe this will be better. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So
I think that's it for news this week.
Yeah. But there was a lot of exciting stuff too.
Yeah. So what have you been watching this week?
I actually haven't watched too much. I did catch up on Blend-S.
Yeah.
It's my kind of trash. I'm awful. I'm terrible. Yeah, I feel like that the fault of Amigahara, the Junji Ito, it's like, people are like, this is my hole. It's like, this is my trash can. This is my trash anime. It was made for me. I'm gonna die in it. It's like, ugh. It's so bad, but in the best way.
Hearing you describe it like that makes me think I should maybe watch this.
If you like masochism and joking plays, so basically what it is this girl who's trying to get a part-time job so she can go study abroad because she loves fucking foreign countries. She's having so much trouble getting a job because she has naturally her eyes make it look like she's glaring all the time. So she gets hired at a cafe that everyone who works there puts on a different role. It's like a role play cafe thing. So there's one girl who plays the little sister who's like in college or university, one girl who plays a tsundere, and then she gets to play a sadist because of her eyes. And she's like always trying to be polite to people, but is like, she gets nervous and like just ends up saying it like what do you want, but then has that glare, and they're like, ooh. It's so dumb. And like they're all have very different personalities from what they play, which makes it really interesting, I think, because like the little sister is actually just kind of like an asshole who, not really, but it's kind of like the manager is a piece of shit
Hmm.
to a point, and then also like, yo, I'm gonna just beat the shit out of him. Like the first scene you
Hmm.
see of her, she's just being the share of the manager. It's like, and then she goes, "Oh, Nichan," and shit. It's like, goddamn. And then the tsundere is like, just some game obsessed in her. They're almost all otakus.
Yeah.
The cook is obsessed with Yuri, and is so angry that they don't get female customers because he wants to watch female customers share his like food and parfaits he makes together. He's like, it's so sacred,
Oh.
stuff like that. And then they finally get some, but they're hardcore fujoshi. He's like, his heart breaks. He's like, this isn't what I wanted. It's like really trashy humor, but in a way that I find really fun. It's just a really
Yeah.
harmless, dumb fun. So
That sounds all right.
yeah, there's like a whole thing with someone accidentally leaving behind like a bondage dojin.
Oh.
They accidentally find it. They're like, oh god, how do we, like? I guess we have to hold on to it for the owner. How do we do this? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how to do it because they also have underage staff, of course. So like, we can't let them see. The game obsessed girl keeps going, I want to see it, I want to see it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
that's
it's
a
just dumb. Anyways, besides that, I've mainly been reading manga. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
half of my shelf is manga I haven't read, but I bought. A lot of that is because it's like, I've seen all, like, 3 seasons of this anime worth. I'm buying the manga and catching up, but didn't read the manga because I know what's happening. But, I'm like, I gotta actually read it before I buy any more volumes. So, yeah, I've just read a
Yeah.
lot of manga lately. And it's
Cool.
cool to see the differences in them. Like, I read my copies of Anne Happy. I'm like, whoa, there's like huge differences between the anime and manga.
Hmm.
Like, just in kind of scale of how absurd it is. And I kind of like the manga more for being less absurd. Because I felt with the
Yeah.
anime it went too far at times.
Hmm.
Which it might later in the manga. But I also really like the art in that manga. It's really nice. It's like a really high quality shoujo style. Even though it's like this weird off-kilter comedy
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So yeah, I read a bunch of that. I read a bunch of Bungo Stray Dogs, a bunch of Non Biore, and Yomushi Petal. Am I forgetting any of the stuff I've read so far? No, I think those are all the series I've gone through my copies of.
Hmm.
Uh,
Cool.
I got a ton more to go. So
Yeah. They'll
no,
catch up eventually.
I did catch up on Land of the Lustrous. I have the
Um,
first 3 volumes now.
oh, yeah. I have the third volume sitting on my nightstand. I have to read it still.
Holy shit! Read it. It gets intense. Damn.
Yeah. Okay, I'll read
It's
it
like
tonight.
every volume has like a major revelation or like changing plot point.
Hmm.
Like something major happens, and it's always super interesting, and I really like that about
Yeah.
it. I need to catch up on the anime.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that,
It's
I
really good.
haven't watched or read anything else really.
Mm. Well, I mean, I haven't been doing any reading, but I have been watching some stuff. Mostly just keeping up with the season stuff. So watched like Junior Tyson. That's fine. I don't know. They finally broke out of the trope of like, oh, we're gonna kill off a character in each episode, and it's gonna be super obvious because we're gonna try and make it twist.
Because yeah, it's
So
just whoever focused on the episode's gonna die that episode.
yeah, exactly. So hopefully they'll be getting more interesting
I
now.
haven't even watched it, and I knew that's what they were doing.
Yep. And Kino's journey continues to be really weird.
I actually
There's-
found some stuff about Kino's journey, which might explain
Oh,
some
yeah?
stuff. So, when they made this season, they basically just put up a popularity poll because the light novels had just ended, and they're like, "Tell us your favorite arcs, and we'll animate them."
Oh,
So
that's
that
weird.
might explain part of why
Mhm.
Kino seems really off because they're just jumping between different arcs people liked,
Mhm.
and then also 4 of the arcs are going to be ones that were in the previous season. One
Oh,
of
okay.
which is the Coliseum arc, which I know is after that episode is the one where you said like Kino just seems like an asshole.
Mhm.
So in the original series, that arc actually had 2 episodes,
Ah,
and one episode was almost entirely dedicated to like creating the reasoning behind Kino's actions and
okay.
justifying them, and they just took that out. And I don't know if they're gonna do that for the other 3 arcs that were in,
Hmm.
or if they're just gonna, well, we want to do as many arcs as possible, so we're gonna skip a lot of this building of reasoning, which
Hmm.
they might do. So that might be why so much of it seems off, is they're just skipping the like actual morality building, which to me was part of what made the original so interesting.
Hmm.
It also
Yeah.
means they can never actually do another season because they've already done the best of. Where do you go from there? Well, this is the second best of.
Hmm.
I do hope, out of everything that comes out of this, I hope someone licenses the light novels again. I know the
Yeah.
first one was released in English, but none after it, and I really want to actually get my hands on those books. So,
Hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah. Light novel.
that might be a big reason why Kino seems so off, is just the way they're
Yeah.
fucking doing it.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Two car. That's really good. I'm really liking
I
it.
saw those scenes.
Yeah.
You sent me. I need to.
Yeah. It's very silly. It's very fun. It's another cute girls doing a very niche hobby series, and it's just really good and
I mean,
fun.
you're into racing, so it's right up
Yeah.
your alley. I know quite a
It
few
is.
people who are. It's
Yeah.
not actually that niche. I mean, the the two car aspect of it is, but the actual like
Yeah.
vehicular racing is pretty. Lots of people are into that, so I could see them
Hmm.
being like, yeah, this is cool. And
Yeah.
it gives you a way to make some easy pairings.
Oh yeah. It does. Yeah, and then Ancient Magus Bride. That's continuing to be okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have much new to say about it. It's continuing to be totally fine.
Yeah, I've heard the content and the animation, everything is phenomenal. It's just that
Hmm.
reasoning point again that makes it kind of feel
Yeah.
off. Though
Exactly.
apparently,
Yeah.
what's her name? Oh, that might be a spoiler. Have you seen the OVAs?
No, I haven't. I keep
Oh,
forgetting to watch those.
there's something in the OVA about it that makes it a
Oh.
little less creepy that I heard about. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay. I have to
kind
remember
of
to watch
in
those
a way.
sometime.
Not really, but like very slightly in a way. There's yeah,
Okay.
it's still creepy, but it's like it's a better alternative or whatever.
Okay. That's good.
Hmm.
Oh, it's better than it is currently then.
Yeah.
Uh. Hmm. Then just watched Land of the Lustrous, which is so adorable and cute. I love it.
I
Oh,
gotta catch up.
you do need to catch up. It's so good.
I'm caught up on the manga though, so I'm technically ahead of you in plot.
Oh, good point. It's just it's so wonderful. I love that show.
That 2D thing I found, I need to show that to everyone here.
Oh
Everyone who's
yeah, that's
watching,
right.
that I should put in news,
Yeah,
because
because it
I
was.
found a promotional video from when the manga first came out, the first volume, and they did
Mhm.
it all in 2D. Because I
Yeah,
think they won some award, and that's why this is all done. And it is gorgeous. Like the lighting effects in this, it's just
yeah. It's
absolutely
so good.
gorgeous. I love the way they do the lighting on the on the bodies of
Hmm.
the light from their gems reflecting on it.
Hmm. It's like I look at this, I think the people doing the current series must have used this as inspiration, because it like the current show looks like that just done in CG. They're like, okay, that's what we need to
The
aim for.
lighting's
So,
just not as good because I guess it's hard to do in 3D, but that's like my saddest thing is the lighting
mhm.
in this is so incredible, but it doesn't follow
Yeah.
through in the new
Hmm.
in the 3D. But of course that'd be super expensive, and the 3D
Yeah.
is all about like the 3D helps them save a lot of money, like a lot.
Hmm.
I'm really curious. You see like this still of all the characters here. There's one person who just has a fucking flower for a head. Like look at this person in the corner here with the flower by Cinnabar in the background. Like who the fuck is this?
Mm.
I'm sure
It's
some of these
weird.
characters we haven't really seen are ones that might currently be on the moon. Cause like
Maybe.
Heliodor they talk about right away is yellow, and they get some parts back from defeating one with it.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a point where they save more.
Yeah, maybe.
The interesting thing about this image... Oh, wait, never mind. My favorite thing about this image, Foss is like hiding at the bottom.
Yeah.
I just
That's so
noticed that.
good.
I was gonna say Foss is in here, and I saw her. It's like,
Yeah.
uh,
Foss is so adorable.
Foss is great.
Mm-hmm.
Foss deserves so much better.
Yeah. Foss is such a relatable character with the whole, like, being kind of useless at everything. Just makes her so relatable to me, you know?
Oh, just wait.
Just
wait.
Alright.
Read Volume 3 after this.
Yeah, I will.
Oh,
I
boy.
definitely will.
Oh, boy.
And then one last thing I've been watching has been I've been almost done with Madoka Magica now. So I finished episode 10, which is where it gets real crazy.
Yeah, it goes...
Yeah.
It gets really wild at the end.
Mm-hmm.
In
So
a good way.
Yeah. That show's pretty old at this point, or several years old, so I'm just gonna say that's when Homura just starts like looping through time.
Yeah, the time loops
And,
come
like,
in, it's like,
yeah,
oh shit,
just
and, like,
keeps
everything
trying
starts
over and
to
over.
make sense
Mm-hmm.
as, like, to Homura's character. Because up till that, it's like, Homura is really weird and knows all this shit, but why? Like, what are these motivations and stuff? And then the looping happens, and you're like, oh shit, this is why.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I'm gonna 2 more episodes. I'll watch that at some point this week.
They'll have to watch the movies, or at least the third movie, because the first 2 are compilation, I believe. And then they might be slightly different. Like, I think it might be a different time loop or something, but it's still basically the same. And then the third is set after the anime ends.
Okay. So yeah, that's all I've been watching, I think.
Actually, have I watched anything else? Oh yeah, I did actually watch a bit more Hyper Police and Bodacious Space Pirates. I'm almost done with that show. Only 4 more episodes of Bodacious Space Pirates. It has... The Bodacious Space Pirates is a show where they just throw interesting ideas at you, but then never develop any of them. They never develop any of the characters, but it's still fun for, like, just the different ideas. Like, there's these space, like, ghost spaceships, like, ones that are pure but aren't real or whatever. There's, like, weird government secret things. There's, like, basically some guy trying to start a cult, or like, some uprising thing with a bunch of neo-Nazis. There's weird stuff in it. It jumps all over the fucking place.
Huh.
But
it's weird.
Yeah. And then Hyper Police continues to be okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have done better as a 12-episode show because there's a lot of filler. I mean, I kind of understand they're just doing small arcs, which also works for its series. What I don't like is they introduced a character early on that I kind of liked and built the character up a bit, and then just dropped the character, and I haven't seen them for like 9 episodes.
Dang.
And I'm only on
That's
episode like
unfortunate.
14, yeah.
Ugh.
It's just like this one plot twist halfway through the first 12 episodes, and then like they drop a bunch of characters for a while. Some come back every once in a while, but it's like, for the most part, it's just like, yeah, they're gone. It has some pretty nice animation for its time, though. That's one of the things I really like about it. They really do a good job of the old school animation. I'm really surprised I went on Sakugaburo and couldn't find, like, there is no Hyper Police stuff up, no cuts, and I'm like, that's surprising, because I had some nice cuts. Have I mentioned Sakugaburo before?
I don't think so.
Okay, Sakugaburo is basically one of those Buro posts that, or like sites that are just like a bunch of art, but they're all cuts of animation, and they try to credit who the artist is, what it's from, and they're tagged like Debris Effects, Fighting Mecha, Smoke Animator, or whatever. And you can go through those, so if you need references, you can easily find them wherever. But it's basically supposed to just be like nice cuts of animation, and it's really cool because you can find some really weird shit and just like watch it just for how cool the cut is. Like, this cut here is cool from Gao Gai
That's
Gar.
cool. Yeah.
And then like there's random, and you can just random and get like, oh, this is a cut from the Amazing World of Gumball and stuff. Like, they have Western stuff too. And yeah, they try to say who it is, like, it's a neat site. There's also like
Yeah,
blog stuff, and people make whole posts about different animators and their styles and stuff. And you can learn a lot about different animators and the techniques they like to use and stuff.
it's cool.
Yeah,
It's a really cool
it's a
thing.
neat site, especially if you're getting into animation or trying to animate. You can find so many references. I'm not. I just
Hmm.
like looking at pretty animations, so sometimes I'll just go
Yeah,
here and hit random a few times, like I'm doing right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Because like this cut here of this dude singing, if you see the stream,
Hmm.
this looks pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah,
I'd probably check out
yeah.
wherever this is, Lou Over the Wall, and it's like I can go here, 45 other cuts from Lou Over the Wall, jump to
Oh yeah,
another cut. What's this? Oh, this is pretty cool. It's like all off model animation and stuff.
oh yeah. The Blue
Liquids
Over the
and
Wall is,
spheres.
yeah, that's from the guy who did Tatami Galaxy, which is fantastic and has an
Satoru
animation style like that.
Utsunomiya is
Yeah,
supposedly the guy who did those cuts. I don't see Tatami Galaxy on here, so but that's whoever did this cut, right? Different people show up for
yeah,
different cuts, right?
yeah. That's cool.
Trying to find the Tatami
He's got
Galaxy.
a he has a very very pretty art style or animation style to it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, ping pong the animation stuff though. That's really cool stuff to go to and see like who animated those, because really weird animation. A lot of it's like presumed this is who it is, but some of it's actually like you can find it.
Hmm.
Everyone, okay, so I just got a cut from Mahojin Guru, and everyone
Yeah,
talks about this show and swears by it, even though like only people who have seen it will talk about it, but they swear by it on their deathbeds, and I want to check it out because it seems interesting.
yeah. That little clip is wild looking.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you can find some cool stuff. I kind of want like have gone through and found stuff and be like, I want to watch this show just because of this animation cut.
Yeah, that's cool.
Boruto. But yeah, so yeah, cool, cool little site for anyone who wants. Some of the cuts look really bad too, though. That's an issue. I've seen
Hmm.
some really questionable ones, but there's also like Western stuff. They have a decent amount of Western stuff too. About 2,000 posts tagged Western.
Yeah,
It's just like people who like animation.
cool.
Yeah. So I think that's about all I got.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got too. I guess we shall move on to the book club.
Yeah.
You want to start with Matoi or Hibane Renmei?
Um. Let's start with Hibane Renmei this week.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
once again, I keep expecting something to happen. It hasn't. Oh god, I just hit. But they still keep hinting at it about the flying over the walls and like, I think you're gonna run away. It's like, don't worry, my wings don't work that way. It's like, I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm waiting for the hints.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I
Yeah.
was really interested in this episode because it's Raka hung out with what's her name, Ku? Is it
Kana?
Yeah, Kana. They really did a good job at doing Kana's facial
Yeah, they
animation in
did.
this episode. But I also noticed they made like they were very careful to make sure they kept always doing her like eyeliner winged to make her look more feminine, because I guess
Hmm.
maybe people couldn't tell in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ku's the other one that looks very boyish, and I
Hmm.
noticed that too in the last episode. They did a lot to make Ku look more feminine, and so I guess they kind of realized that we made them too boyish in the first few episodes. We gotta let everyone know they're
Yeah.
all women, so they really upped down the facial animation, but kind of had some good expressions. Kana's my favorite, so I enjoyed
Yeah.
having an episode just of Kana like talking about shit.
Hmm.
Mm,
Kana's great.
yeah, not much happened this episode.
Yeah, not much.
We find out about the clock tower and stuff in the highest point and how it's built. The
Hmm.
city's built down in the valley, so even though they have this high tower, they still can't see over the walls, and that sounds very like purposeful.
Yeah, very intentional.
Yeah, like there's so much in this where it's like, I want to know what's over those walls. Tell me, damn it.
Hmm.
Because like they're saying the birds go over, the birds can survive out there. There's survival out there, and the
Hmm.
toga or whatever they're called. At first, I had thought they were just people who were like the people who could go out, and they might be like a cult. Or that's not what at first I thought, but that's what I started thinking after.
Hmm.
You see the one at the temple.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I guess they actually just live around the temple, and they're like religious people, and they can leave. They're the only ones who can, because they
Hmm.
trade with people out there. So obviously people are out there, but you
Yeah.
start to get more like, oh wait, maybe there are people from out there too. Like they're reinforcing or trying to reinforce really hard that there are people living out there, and it starts to make you wonder who, what people, and
Yeah.
they're not coming into the city. I mean, who knows what they're up to? They could just be
Hmm.
surrounded by like a super modern city or something.
Yeah. I think this show needs to kind of get moving soon because they've just spent so much time just talking to characters and kind of slowly introducing bits about the world.
I mean, I kind of
I'm
like
afraid
it
that
how laid
yeah,
back it is.
it's good, but I'm just worried that like in 13 episodes, are they going to run out of time if they take it
Mm,
too slow?
mm.
Might the last couple episodes might end up being a little
Just
rushed.
never explain what's over the wall. Like, damn it. That's all I
Yeah.
want to know. They can leave a bunch of other stuff unexplained as long as I know it's over that wall.
Hmm. And the big reveal is at the end, over the wall is just gigantic naked people. This is Attack on Titan prequel.
Just giant flesh Gundams. Flesh
Yeah.
mechas. It's so
Oh.
funny that once they started in Attack on Titan being able to turn into Titans and multiple could, it
Mhm.
literally just became a mecha show, but with flesh
Yeah.
mechas. It's so funny.
Ugh. Yeah. So yeah, this episode, I don't know. I don't think I had much to say on this one because I watched it yesterday and took all my notes then.
There was the whole point with the new teacups I thought was really interesting, where it's
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, they gave it to me as a gift, and technically it's second hand because they gave it. And like
Mhm.
that's what I was saying, right? You could just be like, buy something, use it once, here you go, second hand or whatever. And that they do use
Mhm.
that apparently. They do abuse it, which is neat.
Yeah.
And you do start to. They talk more about how the city sees them because at first it sounds like they're controlling them and really possessive, but now it sounds
Mhm.
more like they talk about how it's like it feels more like they try to overprotect us. And the reason we work isn't that we have to, it's that we don't want to be a burden. Like, we
Mhm.
want to pay them back somehow. And it's like, okay, that's very different from how it sounded at first. And I
Yeah.
wonder if part of that is, like, related to the whole what's outside the wall or whatever. If it's the people outside the wall that have made all these rules and not actually the people inside, and the inside just have to follow it as strictly as the High Bane have to.
Mhm. Yeah. There was one thing in this episode is that they keep going back to crows like 3 times in this episode
Hmm.
because it starts off with Raka dreaming about seeing a crow, and then when
Well,
Raka and Connor take out the trash, there are a bunch of crows.
at the end, there's more crows, and they watch the crows fly
Yeah.
over the wall. But didn't they,
Hmm.
at the end of last episode, Ku talks about the crows and how it's like they can fly. We're kind of like them, right?
Hmm.
We both have wings. We both live off people's scraps. One day, we're gonna be able to fly away too. And like that's just what Ku thinks, right? Ku's personal belief
Hmm.
is one day they're gonna be able to fly away, and it hints at that again. Like crows
Hmm.
are used, I guess, are usually generally something bad, but they're almost used here as like a
As
means
like
of
a
freedom, like or like a symbol of
yeah.
freedom. Even though it's like they're still scavengers, it's not like a dove wouldn't be the same thing to the Haibane as freedom because they don't relate to the dove. They relate to these crows that like scavenge the
Hmm.
people's leftovers like them, but then are still free, which I think is
Yeah.
interesting symbolism. And yeah, I think there's going to be a point where a character is going to be able to fly and fly over those walls at some point.
Yeah.
Not sure who.
Maybe.
Could be Ku, could be Kana, could be Raka.
Hmm.
Might not happen too, but it seems like it might be
Yeah.
interesting.
Maybe. Yeah. This is a show every time I watch an episode, I have to like stop myself from just keeping watching more because
Ugh.
I really want to see more of this.
It's like I just want to know. I just want to
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
I'm really glad we did the 2 episodes of Matoy, because it would have been the same with that, but it ended on a really good point. Like, it's right at the
Yeah.
end of the arc, and they didn't just throw in another cliffhanger, so it's like,
Hmm.
bless you.
Yeah. So,
So,
yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll move on to my toy then.
yeah, moving on to Matoy, and coming back to this just fucking explain stuff, god damn it. They do eventually. But, so, uh, all these episodes, it's like, they're all following Matoy and trying to get answers out of her. It's like,
Mhm.
it would take 2 seconds to realize she has no idea what the fuck's going on, but they keep acting like she does,
Yeah.
and no one will explain anything to her, and it's so frustrating. It's like,
Hmm.
ugh.
It's just silly.
Also, before we go any farther, Floor deserves so
Yeah.
much better. Floor
What are?
deserves so much better.
What? What? I've,
In the
I
last
think I've,
episode,
I, I maybe. What are you talking
you
about?
watched up to episode 4, right?
Yeah, I did. Episodes 3 and 4.
Floor?
I've floor.
Fjord?
Oh,
What's
yeah,
your
floor.
yeah, maybe the subtitles might be different depending on what side we're using, but it's like Floor, Flor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the white-haired girl who's super cute and has an amazing character design. She deserves so much better. God, I love her
she.
character design. I want her to be a main character. I love her,
Yeah.
like, Matoy has the worst character design in my opinion, just because I don't like the way the hair looks with the rest of the costume. It doesn't fit.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, Floor deserved better. I really hope at the end Floor gets help somehow. Floor
Yeah,
deserves to be happy.
she does. Oh, right. I have to look it up. That's the Claris's partner girl,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes. Okay. I understand what
I
you mean
ship
now.
Claris and Floor.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
Poor Claris.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah. Hmm,
Mm. So yeah, so the policewoman slash teacher
the
slash whatever becomes a
yeah.
teacher and is going to teach them English, and so
Hmm.
because the priest is like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with my children, Miss Boobs. I mean, Miss, what's your name?
Hmm.
Sure, and it's like, you come to Mato, I can teach you all kinds of stuff, and it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. She's gonna explain everything, and then she sits there like, explain what this is in English, and I don't know what word they use for exorcist, but it's like the dumbest
Hmm.
word. No one would ever use it. No one would
Yeah.
understand that what that is. And it's like, it's your English lesson. And she just starts hinting at him. Matoy's like, what the fuck's going on? Who the fuck is
Yeah.
this old lady?
It seems like she was trying to get Matoy to like admit to it all. It's like
I
Matoy
thought
doesn't know what's
she
going on. She
kept.
can't.
It seemed like she kept going like, explain how you're doing this, like explain what your goals are. And meanwhile,
Hmm.
Clarice is like in a tree staring at them too, like they've made contact. What does
Yeah.
she want? It's like, what? Matter is just like, the fuck is this?
Hmm.
I want nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
And yeah, they what's his what's his first name? Cobblepot.
Hmm?
What's his first name?
What? Cobblepot?
You know the penguin from
What?
Batman.
Oh, yeah, the penguin.
What's
Yeah.
his first name? It's something
I
Cobblepot.
have no idea. I think his first name is and his last name is Penguin.
That's why I call Anti Creed or whatever his name is. Just it's Oswald
Oh.
Chesterfield Cobblepot. I knew his last name. I had
Ah.
that right.
Okay.
Yeah, so he shows up, and the knight we see from the beginning is shown up, and they're all like, "We want Matoy, goddamn!" They're
Hmm.
like, "Fatima Annie Creed here to fuck you up. What's up?"
Yeah.
And they get into a fight down by a river.
Hmm.
The funniest thing to me in this is whenever they're like, "We have to run away," they always just like grab the other person's shoulders and like very slowly walk away.
Yeah.
Like really poorly. I get they were both injured, but it's like, you would have gone fast if you just picked them up and ran. They're like They're
Yeah.
like 11-year-olds. They don't weigh any fucking weight. Just pick them up. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, so those guys attack them. Fate is fighting the knight or whatever he's attacking, and they're like, the
Hmm.
dude slows him down and they try to run away, but she's like, no, I have to go back and help. So Mantor runs back to help, and then Cobblepot. What's going on?
Hmm.
We kind of get an explanation about multiple dimensions, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the knights attacking.
Hmm. This is kind of one of my pet peeves with this show so far is that they just keep introducing new things and throwing like names and people at you and not explaining any of it at all.
Yeah, well, they kind of fix that. Well, episode 4, they explain a lot without introducing many
Hmm.
new things, and then kind of end that arc.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Episode 4 is definitely with all the
yeah.
flashbacks and everything they start to.
Three, not a lot happened, but then 4 was like where everything happened. Like everything just kind of
Hmm.
built up to 4, and we find out about Clarice's old partner, Floor. What
Hmm.
happened to her? She's like, we can reason with them, and Cobblepot literally creates a massive like gravity field within her own, like inside her body, and
Yeah.
if not for divine union she would have died, but like all of her insides are crushed and she has brain damage and is basically a vegetable back at the
Hmm.
Anti-Creed headquarters. And so Clarice is like, until I murder fucking Anti-Creed and all of these
Hmm.
fucking knights, I'm nothing but hate. Fuck them all. I'm
Yeah.
gonna murder all of them for Floor.
Hmm.
It was my mistake for having feelings for Floor. Like, she literally just admits to liking
Yeah.
Floor. It's like, oh no, Floor deserved better.
Yeah. Yeah. When when they were at like floor on the bed after she got hurt, Claire's was just like, "Oh, this happened because I opened my heart to you, and I can't do
Yeah,
that
it's
ever
like
again."
she was so gay
Oh,
for
she
Floor.
is
And it's like, and
total.
poor Floor. I really
Yeah.
hope Floor gets saved at the end somehow. Like, Matoy's power can heal people who've been damaged by the Knights
Hmm.
or something, maybe. That would be nice.
Yeah, because like Floor isn't. She's not technically dead. She's
No,
still alive.
she's
Just
just
in
in a
like.
vegetative state, kind of. She's
Yeah.
basically in a waking coma, which is pretty
Hmm.
brutal. But just trying
Yeah.
to be like, we can talk with them. I'm gonna go up to the scariest looking one and be like, hey, we can talk. And he's just like,
Yeah.
no. The weird thing about him is, who the fuck is he possessing? Like, he's literally
Yeah.
possessing the penguin, because you see the actual knight and it's like this weird
Hmm.
long limb thing that's stolen all the like wristbands from the members it's killed, but it's like
Hmm.
this weird long screeching thing. But then it's like this like kind of tubby guy with a top hat and this weird ass mask
Yeah.
who can
It's like.
control gravity. It's like
Mhm. It's like in episode 3, I thought that dude was just he was a knight, but apparently he's possessed by one, so he must not be, I guess.
yeah, he's just some weirdo who got possessed by one, or he
Yeah.
became really weirdo looking after he is possessed. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe the knight has a weird taste in
Yeah.
fashion. Who the
Maybe.
fuck knows?
Maybe it's like he's been possessed for so long that it affected how
That's
he looks
possible
and
too.
stuff.
And we think
Yeah.
he dies at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
We think.
Pretty sure. Seems like.
Knowing he has gravity and teleportation powers, there's always a chance. But
Mhm.
pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah. He did say one interesting thing at the end, where he as he was getting blown up or whatever. He mentioned someone named Set and was like, "Oh, is this what you wanted, Set?" or something. I forget
Oh,
what
yeah,
exactly he
that's like
said.
probably someone else.
Yeah,
Because
so it was someone
the
ordering him
knights
around.
might actually be working for another god, because there's also like we still don't know much about the gods really, the ones that they're getting their power from. There might be like a whole
Mhm.
cabal of them that like control the knights and are just fucking with everyone.
Yeah, I don't know, because all of the gods, they're apparently like just beings from higher dimensions.
Yeah, the same place
So
as the knights. Like,
yeah, so like who knows how many of these godlike beings there could be for them.
if they're good or bad, or maybe
Hmm.
maybe they're all friends together and they're just like, let's just go fight in the real world for a bit. And when they die, they actually just go back. Like, who knows?
Hmm. Yeah, who knows? So, yeah,
This show's become pretty interesting.
yeah,
I
it
want to know
has.
more. I like its world building. I like its like. I like the pacing it's going at. I think the pacing's
Hmm.
pretty good.
Yeah, it is definitely.
Next episode's probably gonna be filler, but like a filler that has plot points.
Hopefully.
From the next episode thing, it sounds like they take Claire shopping.
Hmm.
Who deserves
Oh
it?
yeah. Sounded like they were going shopping, being
It's
attacked while shopping or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be the shopping episode of
All
Clockwork
right.
Planet all over again.
Time for some fan service, I
No,
guess.
Clockwork
Mm.
Planet, why?
Ugh. Oh no.
I still need to wait till there's enough manga out that I can look and just see if it has the same ending, if it's
Oh
different,
yeah.
see where it
Oh man.
diverges.
Man,
That
I'm
was a
thinking about
serious.
Clockwork Planet. I'm just all bummed out now. Ugh.
It
My Jap-
could have been so good.
it could have been so okay.
Yeah, okay, so okay. It's better than No Game No Life person, which I know everyone raves about, but the more I hear about actual in-depth stuff about No Game No Life, the shittier it
Hmm.
sounds. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, it just sounds kind of bad when I learn more about it. It's basically just it's incest, but we're not actually related, so it's
Uh.
okay.
Yeah.
Apparently
That's.
that's really big in it. I'm like, oh, we dodged a bullet there. With the creator just kind of throws in kinks, like he threw in the like slave and like the little sister kink again. Yeah, 'cause what's her name? It's like, oh, mom and dad,
Mm.
but
Ugh.
also little sister to your wife or whatever. It's like I don't fucking know.
Mm.
At least they had cute robots.
Yeah.
This has cute girls too. I love the
Hmm.
character designs in this show.
Yeah. They're really good.
So
I like them.
good.
Yeah. It's great this season of the podcast. We actually have two shows that we seem to really like.
Yeah, for once we don't
It's
hate
great.
everything. I don't hate my
Oh,
life. Yay, it's because
oh,
we stopped watching a new one. I mean, I
mhm.
like Centaur's life. There just
Yeah.
wasn't much to talk about. There isn't much to talk about Haibane Rime either. So,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all we got for our book club. But
Yeah.
if we want to talk a bit about some spoopy
Yeah.
recommendations for Halloween tomorrow,
Hmm.
you got any of that
Well,
good old
I,
spooper stuff?
I've yeah, I've been trying to think of things because I don't usually watch a lot of like spooky stuff.
Even
I
even
was
in
thinking,
anything just Halloween
yeah,
themed, like Soul
yeah.
Eater.
So one thing I thought of is Interview with Monster Girls because
Mm,
that has a
Monster
vampire
Girls.
and a
Yeah,
succubus and
yeah.
a snow girl and the doll ham. So that's all kinds of monsters. Very Halloween themed.
Came out just earlier this year, so if anyone missed it,
Hmm. It's a really good show.
it's really
It's
cute.
very
It's
fun.
good.
It
I may
is.
or may not be stealing the Nib Nib thing for my Nanoha fanfic, the vampire
Yeah.
one.
Hmm.
Vampire fanfic.
Yeah.
It's just such
The,
a cute.
the moment is so cute.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so
Yeah.
cute. Yeah. So we got that.
Hmm.
I for sure want to recommend Kaibutsu Ojo, as I talked about it so much earlier.
Hmm.
Uh, Princess Resurrection. If you like like corny B movies, like horror, B movie horror stuff,
Hmm.
Kaibutsu Ojo is like the show for you. There's like werewolves and vampires and like spider gods and androids and zombies and
Cool.
stuff. It's very horror themed, even though it's not really horror in itself. It's more comedic,
Hmm.
but it's just silly fun.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I would recommend for anything you want to start tomorrow or binge tomorrow.
Hmm.
Trying to think if
Yeah.
there's any other horror stuff. I guess Chrono
Hmm.
Crusade is kind of it has demons and shit. It
Hmm.
gets pretty dark. It's a good show though. It's one of my
Yeah.
top rated.
I started watching that at some point. I should go back and watch that more. I only watched like 3 or 4 episodes, I think.
I want to get the manga. I don't remember if it fully came out.
Hmm.
8 volumes. Yeah, it's published by ADV Manga. Goddamn. That's
Hmm.
gonna be hard to find. That's probably sold out
Oh.
for a while, but I
Yeah.
have the I have the DVD. I don't think it's Blu-ray re-release that got signed by Greg Ayers, who plays Chrono in the dub.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw it years ago. I saw the dub back like right after it originally aired in like 2005 or so. I
Yeah.
saw that around the time I saw Nanoha and stuff, like the good old days.
Cool. I just have to say, it really bothers me that the show title was Chrono Crusade, but they spell Chrono with only one O.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chrono.
that's really, yeah,
It's
like Chrono. Ugh.
they are demons. That's how they torture you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Ugh.
I would also recommend Flying Witch because it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
cute, fun, and the dub
Yeah.
is currently coming out on High Dive. I think the first 2 episodes of the dub are out, and the dub actually they have a bunch of new people, I think, but they have some pretty good casting for it. From what I've
Mm-hmm.
heard, it sounds pretty good dubbed. And
Cool.
yeah, I'm planning to get the uh, special edition box set when it comes out. I mean, it's technically out already, but for whatever reason, Canada gets it a month later, so I'm not getting it for another month, which is dumb.
Yeah.
And then the last series I would recommend, because I'm recommending a bunch,
Yeah.
Gyakugarashi School Life. You'll watch the first episode and be like, how the fuck does this relate to Halloween? And then you'll be like, oh, that's how it relates to Halloween. Just, I don't want to spoil anything. The first episode has one of the best reveals ever. I actually do have the special edition release of this. It is so good. I love this
Mhm.
show. I also have most of the manga. That's actually what I have to catch up on. I'm like 2 volumes behind. I haven't read, and then volume 8 just came out, so I have to buy that still.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. But it's a good series. I'd highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And yeah,
Yeah,
that's all of mine. I could do the really generic like Hellsing one too, I guess. Everyone knows Hellsing.
Oh, yeah.
Hellsing Ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also wait, I have one more, which is a really
yeah?
corny movie called Lily Cat.
Holy cat. Okay.
It's a sci-fi horror that's kind of a rip-off of a mix of things. They like
Mhm.
try really hard to go on about a bunch of philosophical things, and they have some interesting ideas, but don't really do it right. But it's kind of like a mix between Alien, The Blob, and Dead Space. Like it's weird. It's weird. It's nothing amazing, but it's a fun, corny, weird just movie to watch.
Mhm.
It's like an hour and 7 minutes. It won't take much of your time, but
Cool. Yeah.
I forgot about that. There's your offbeat, weird recommendation. Something really out there that you might watch and be like, this was pretty good, or this is pretty average, but what the fuck did I just watch?
Cool. Yeah, the only other thing I can even think of, it's not even anime, it's for manga, but just like Junji Ito stuff, because I've read a handful of that, and it's really good. I like it.
I
Like,
read the Spiral stuff recently.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been in the Halloween spirit.
Mm-hmm. I forget what the Spiral one is called. I always forget all of the names of everything. That's either Gyo or Uzumaki. Oh, it's Uzumaki.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I
Yes.
really like Gyo, because Gyo is about the fish that get legs and walk on land and start eating people, and it sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to read that.
But
Uzumaki made me
it's actually
really,
good.
really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
Ugh.
really good at that. His stuff
But
is
also
really good
the
at doing
one
that.
thing I just kept yelling the whole time is, why the fuck didn't you just leave the city, you idiot? You
Well,
had
they
so
tried
many
to.
chances. Yeah, not till the end after it's too late. Like, people
Oh,
were
yeah.
still leaving the city up until before the monsoon season happened. Like, you could still leave. They mentioned that people had
Mhm.
moved out. Like, when they go to that, when their house is destroyed or whatever, by the
Yeah.
first monsoon, and they moved to the first of the log houses, one of the people's just like, oh yeah, there's so many vacancies because everyone's leaving town. It's like, people could still leave at that point. Why
Mhm.
the fuck did you not just leave? Your city, your town's already destroyed. Your boyfriend's going like, we're all cursed to die if we don't leave. Hell, I would have left after the girl literally inverted herself, or when like the slug people started coming. I'd be like, no, I'm fuck this, I'm out. But
Yeah.
it's like you're stuck in the hospital with your cousin who's like trying to eat you alive. Like, just leave, get
Mhm.
out.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a horror trope. Is just people not leaving
Yeah,
until
they're
it's
just
too late.
so dumb. Like, the boyfriend got screwed over so much trying to stay behind to like protect her instead of just going.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's all I can think of. There was one other thing I was trying to think of, but I can't remember which show it is. It might be Strawberry Panic, or it might be Maria
Strawberry
Samgani
Panic is
Teru.
horror? What? I mean,
No, no, no.
it makes you feel like it's horror. I don't know
well,
why.
there's
Oh,
it
what
might
about
be.
Parasite
There's like a
Dolls? The second
Parasite.
episode
Oh yeah.
of that is very horror
Oh
tropey.
yeah.
That's a good episode.
Yeah. But what I was thinking with Strawberry Panic is I think that's the show where there's a short arc where they're like investigating the ghost stories of the school, because there's apparently a thing in Japan where every school has like 11 ghost stories that are true.
I'm pretty sure this is just as soon as like ice school should have some too. Let's make some up, and then they do, and then that's how that goes.
I'm pretty sure that's actually how those episodes are. It's like we think there are stories that are spooky, and so we're gonna investigate them, and then we're gonna just make up more. But I can't. I think that's Strawberry Panic. I don't actually remember.
Just watch Soul Leader and the Samurai one.
The Samurai one?
Shaman King, not Samurai.
Oh yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, just watch those two. Shaman King.
Yeah, I used to read Shaman King.
I think I've heard rumors that there might be new Shaman King coming eventually.
Oh. That wouldn't surprise me.
Just rumors, I think. But yeah, this is like all the old stuff is coming back. It's getting reboots.
Yeah.
Which is pretty exciting. But
man, Shaman King was 2001. Jeez.
I literally just watched it the other year because I never finished it. It was all like, I remember the 4Kids dub. That opening, that opening was so good, and it's a crime they didn't make a full version of it. That is the best. Like, that's one of the best things 4Kids dubs did, was they made really good openings.
Yeah.
And I still say it's a crime they never made a full version of that one, because it is so good.
Yeah. Man. I just remember when I would get Shonen Jump and I would read, Shaman King was one of the favorites of what they had. And the like 7 or 8 things they had running.
Yeah.
And eventually I stopped getting it and I just fell off of reading it, so I should go back and try watching the anime sometime, see how that is.
It's very long, and I don't think it ends the same way as the manga. I did that recently, just watched it all. I kind of want to go back and reread the manga to see the differences.
This is 64 episodes. That's long, but not too long. I don't know. Maybe I'll get around to that someday.
Yeah, it's a decent investment, but not anything too bad. So.
Cool. So, yeah, I think that's probably about it for this week.
I think that's all we got for this week. So thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, one last thing is if you look at our YouTube, which you can find at shenanimegans.moe, I uploaded a video that wasn't just the show.
Oh yeah, we've got other videos.
Yeah. I uploaded the opening one of the Crunchyroll Trick or Treat boxes. And had candy and a figure in it, and I won't ruin the surprise, so you can go watch the video yourself to see what I got.
Yeah. I actually have some of those box openings I have to do too.
Yeah. So watch out, there might be more of it in the future.
We actually have a decent amount of views on our newest episodes, now that I'm saying. We've got like anywhere from 5 to 9. Ooh.
Yeah. Uploading them each week as we do them is probably helping with that.
Yeah, it really is. And we have that one that is 44 somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's weird. That's bizarre.
Because that was in the mass upload we did to catch up. Like, it's not even, like, uploaded on time, but there's just, like, 44 views.
That's weird. Out of nowhere.
And then no one's watching season 1 on here because we have it uploaded elsewhere still. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
2 episodes are backwards, whatever. Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway.
One last Halloween thing. I've got one more.
Yeah.
Remember to check out Voynich Hotel if you want some good horror manga. And it is coming out. 7 Seas is licensing it, I think, July? The first volume comes out. It's just 3 volumes. It is a really good spoopy, fun, wacky adventure. It's comedy, ecchi, horror, seinen by Domin Seimin, and Domin
Hmm.
Seimin is weird. His stuff is
Yeah.
weird. I thought of this manga. This is a good recommendation too if you want a manga recommendation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, okay. Now we're done. Now we got
Yeah.
nothing else.
Now we're done.
Yeah.
We're actually done
Thank
now.
you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next week. We'll probably be
Hmm.
going Sunday again.
Yeah, we should be. Should be all good then.
We should talk about maybe not doing it as early though Sunday if possible.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah, sure.
people
We can do
actually
that.
wake up first because no one wakes up. We'll have to talk about it because
Yeah.
yeah, uh,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, because
Yeah.
everyone's eyes asleep still.
So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yep. Have a good night. Take care. Because
Bye
yeah,
bye.
this is actually at night this time.
Yeah.
This stream.
Yeah.
Anyone who is watching this on YouTube in the middle of the morning is gonna be like, "What are you talking about? It's not night."
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Take
That's
care.
okay.
See you next
See ya.
week.
Bye bye.